Welcome back to another video. Here is the match preview. Everton v Tottenham in the Premier League, Sunday, 4:30 kickoff. So Tottenham play yet another away game in the Premier League, and Tottenham Hotspur Football Club have not won an away game in the Premier League since the 20th of January. It was away at Fulham at Craven Cottage. An own goal was scored by Fernando Llorente, putting Fulham 1-0 up. Dele Alli then scored a 51st minute equaliser, and then the winner came from Harry Winks in the 93rd minute from a George Kevin Nkudu cross. The fans went absolutely wild. We won the game 2-1, and that was on the 20th of January. We are talking months and months ago now. You know, we're now in November. It's like 9.5 months ago that we won an away game in the Premier League. We desperately need 3 points. We desperately need an away win in the Premier League. Let's just hope it comes at Goodison Park. And at around 6:15, 6:30 tomorrow, we are all in such a good mood because we have got the 3 points at Goodison Park. Team news for Tottenham. Of course, we all know that Hugo Lloris is out until at least the start of 2020, expected to be back in around January. Jan Vertonghen has got a hamstring problem and is currently being monitored, so he may feature, he may not. Eric Lamela again misses out because of a thigh injury. Danny Rose is out because he picked up his 5th yellow card of the season, so he is suspended. He picked up his 5th yellow card of the season against Liverpool in last week's 2-1 defeat. So what do you think Pochettino will do in the left-back position? Do you think that Ben Davies will be the replacement? Or do you think that Ryan Sessegnon will make his Tottenham Hotspur debut? We haven't seen him in a Spurs shirt yet so far since his move in the summer from Fulham. Do you think that he will feature? Do you think that Pochettino will go with Davies or Sessegnon? Let me know in the comment section below. So a few facts and stats going into this game, Everton v Tottenham in the Premier League. Now, Tottenham beat Everton at Goodison Park last season 6-2. It was just before Christmas, and I remember the Spurs fans singing, "You should have gone Christmas shopping." You know, when we put in that 4th, 5th and 6th goal, the fans were great. It was great banter up at Goodison Park. But Tottenham are unbeaten against Everton in the last 13 Premier League meetings. Tottenham winning 7 of them and drawing 6. The last time Everton beat Tottenham in a Premier League game was nearly 7 years ago, and it was in December 2012 when Everton beat Spurs 2-1. It seems really weird, this stat, but both teams are sitting in the bottom half of the Premier League table just after 10 games in the Premier League. The last time Tottenham met Everton, with both sides starting the day in the bottom half of the table, was back in April 2004. So over 15 years ago, when David Moyes' Everton beat David Pleat's Tottenham 3-1 at Goodison Park. So Tottenham's last 11 Premier League away games have ended in 2 draws and 9 defeats. So we haven't won away in the Premier League since January, as I said earlier on in the video, but just 2 draws from the last 11 Premier League away games. This does need to be far better, and we need to find form away from home very, very quickly. So Tottenham's last win away in the Premier League against a current Premier League club was actually the 6-2 thrashing of Everton back in December 2018. The most recent top flight away victories for Tottenham were away at Fulham and Cardiff, which of course are no longer in the Premier League. We go into this game with only 12 points from our first 10 Premier League games. Now, that is our lowest tally of points at this stage of the season in the Premier League since 2008. So we all know what Harry Kane can do, and he does it week in, week out for Tottenham and for England. Now, Harry Kane has scored exactly 2 goals in each of his last 4 appearances against Everton. He can become the first player to score 2 or more goals against a particular opponent in 5 consecutive Premier League matches. Everton are going into this game in dreadful form, it's very fair to say. They have lost 5 out of their last 6 Premier League games, and they have conceded 16 goals in the opening 10 Premier League matches. So this stat, it is absolutely vital that Tottenham get the first goal, according to this stat, because Everton are winless in the 21 Premier League matches under Marco Silva when they have conceded the opening goal, losing 18 of those games and drawing 3. So Pochettino was in the press conference yesterday talking about positivity, and he said the following: "We need to be positive. Feeling that positivity makes us believe that we can beat any team. At the moment, we struggle a little bit in our confidence. The most important is how we're going to finish. It's not nice seeing you in the middle of the table, but that is the reality we need to accept. If you don't accept the reality, you're going to struggle. In our mind, we know very well that we need time to be strong, be solid, and start to win the game, because it is going to be the best thing for us." Everton manager Marco Silva has been talking about Everton's dreadful form of late. In his press conference yesterday, he said the following: "We have not achieved the results we want this season and have taken what we deserve. The last game is clear of that, but football is about results. We need to change it, as you can't have 2 faces, one when you play at home and one completely different away." During the club's long history, the clubs have met in competitive competition on 177 occasions, Tottenham winning 67 of those games, Everton winning 55, and 55 draws. So what do the bookies think going into this game? I've got a betting coupon here from Coral, and for a 1-0 Everton, you would get a 7-1. A 1-0 Tottenham, you'd get 7-1. A 2-0 Everton, you'd get 10-1. And a 2-0 Tottenham, you'd get 8-1. So there's not a lot in it. I don't think they can really decide who is going to win this game. For a 1-0 Harry Kane combination bet, you get 24-1. If you went with Theo Walcott, 1-0, 65-1. And I might add that Theo Walcott scored against us in both home and away fixtures last season. But the betting companies here, even for a draw, 8-1, 0-0, 11-2, 1-1, 12-1, 2-2. So they're really sitting on the fence. They don't really know how this is going to end. Most of today's games have just finished, and the early kick-off in the Premier League was Bournemouth against Manchester United. That one ended in a 1-0 Bournemouth win. The 3 o'clock kick-offs have all just finished, and the results were as follows: Arsenal 1, Wolves 1, Aston Villa 1, Liverpool 2, Brighton 2, Norwich 0, Manchester City 2, Southampton 1, Sheffield United 3, Burnley 0, and West Ham United 2, Newcastle United 3. The one still to play, the 5:30 kickoff, is Watford v Chelsea. So what do those results do for the Premier League? Well, Liverpool are still top of the Premier League. They've now played 11 and they've got 31 points. Manchester City have played 11 and they're on 25 points. And then you've got Leicester in 3rd, Chelsea 4th, Arsenal 5th. Tottenham are now down to 13th. We've played 10, we have won 3, drawn 3 and lost 4. We've scored 16 goals, conceded 15. We've got a goal difference of +1 and we have got 12 points. Now Everton, going into this game, Everton are now 17th. They have played 10. They have won 3, drawn 1 and lost 6. They have scored 10. They have conceded 16. They've got a goal difference of -6 and they have got 10 points. Now Everton are just sitting above the relegation zone. You've got Southampton, Norwich and Watford in the relegation zone. Now Southampton have got 8 points. So Everton are just 2 points away from the relegation zone. Tottenham are 4 points away from the relegation zone. Now, what really does worry me that Tottenham are 4 points away from the relegation zone, and we are currently 8 points away from the top four. Now, if Chelsea win later on, which is expected against a Watford team who haven't won a Premier League game all season, Tottenham will be 11 points adrift of the top four. Now, lots of people have asked me in the past, do you see Mauricio Pochettino taking us forward? Yes, I do, and I hope that he has the time to turn things around. But sadly, I think that, you know, we all know what football is like. It is a results service. Results do matter, and I think when it is seen that by the board of Tottenham that if Tottenham can't no longer reach the top four, I think that a change will be made. Let me know in the comments section below whether you agree with that or not. But when you've got facilities like we've got, excellent training facilities, we've got this brand new stadium. You don't build a stadium like that to play Europa League football or no European football. That is a Champions League stadium, and that stadium needs Champions League football year in, year out. And Pochettino has been delivering that year in, year out for the past few seasons, and I hope that he does it this season. But that is worrying, looking at that table right now, that we are 8 points adrift. It could be 11 by the end of play tonight. All I can say is we really desperately need a win at Goodison Park tomorrow. So let me know in the comments section below what your predicted lineup is and what your score prediction is for tomorrow's game, Everton v Tottenham at Goodison Park in the Premier League. Now, I just hope that Mauricio Pochettino don't make too many changes. I know, obviously, our last game away at Liverpool, it just seems really weird how we got Liverpool 1 week and then Everton away the following week. But Pochettino made so many changes last week yet again, and I know that he'll be thinking about the Red Star Belgrade game in the Champions League on Wednesday away. So he'll be thinking about that, of who he's going to be playing in that game. So it'll be really interesting to see whether players like Christian Eriksen will feature. And he got some stick last week in that Liverpool game on social media this week. It has been dreadful. Not that I've seen much of it because I've been ill in the past few days, but from what I have seen, it has been dreadful. Serge Aurier and Danny Rose have taken a lot of stick as well. Ndombele obviously was on the bench and he come on and made an impact. Lots of people, including myself, saying about Lucas Moura needs more game time. You've then got Giovanni Lo Celso come back now, fully fit. Will he get a start? Will he get his first start in a Spurs shirt? If you were Pochettino, would you hand him his first start against Everton? And then, of course, you've got Danny Rose suspended. So Ben Davies, will he come in? Or indeed, will Ryan Sessegnon make his debut for Tottenham? It'd be really nice seeing him put on a Spurs shirt for the very, very first time. We haven't seen anything of him as yet. But let me know your predicted lineup and your score prediction in the comments section below. I will see you tomorrow up at Goodison Park. Let's hope we get the 3 points. We really, really do need them, and we need a good performance and an away win. An away win in the Premier League. We really, really need that right now. Anyway, I'll see you up there. Come on, you Spurs.